is an aura clearing for heights and depths. That was the code name, and I'm going to go ahead and surround myself in light. Okay, and I'm going to see you surrounded in light. Okay, so when I'm seeing you surrounded in the light, it's coming over you like a pillar of white light, and the pillar is going down around you and just all around you from these different um, like angles, and then coming up, and I see a hand coming out of the pillar. So this is an archangel coming in. So this is a guide of yours that's coming up as I'm surrounding you in the light, and obviously he's also surrounding you in the light. But I've had several angels appear to me, and the way that they appeared to me was always as a pillar. So that's definitely a symbol to me of an angel or an archangel, but it feels like an archangel to me. They always come down as like a pillar of white light when they show themselves to me, and now it's just like a pillar all surrounding you. And then stepping out next to you. And then the first chakra that I come to I don't really want to say the heart chakra. It seems like there's a chakra that's right in between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. It's right in between there. And this is the first chakra that is uh, standing out to me. Okay, I've got another guide coming up, and I totally lost my train of thought. Now this guide is coming in. She looks like a little person, and so she's coming in with, she doesn't really like that I called her a little person, but she's coming in with fairy energy and like magical energy. So she's saying that in her dimension she looks very big, in ours she looks smaller, but that's just in ours. um, but she was coming in doing ballet, like a ballerina, and so I got the feeling of like our artistic abilities. So she almost oversees your creative side and your creative processes. So your creative thoughts and what you express in a creative way, your creative gifts. Now she helps you during your meditation as well, and with clairvoyance, because she's also somewhat over like your imagination, obviously, since she's over the creative side. But she says that that kind of goes into, that leads into your intuition and your clairvoyance, because a lot of real things can come out of that. Okay, so now I have my selenite wand over here, um, and she's actually showing me the selenite wand. I don't know if I need to do this or if she's just going to do it, so I'm just going to wait to see about that. But she's showing me the selenite wand, and it's just kind of, it's like she's popping it into your back. She's going down your back with it like this, and then she kind of keeps like hitting into something, and it has something to do with support and with being grounded here. So this is almost, it can be emotional too. Um, but a lot of times when it has to do with grounding, that means something more physical to me. I get a feeling that it can also mean emotional, but I get a feeling that it is some kind of programming that has to do with something material. So this could very well be like a financial kind of support, um, that she's bringing up, almost where you feel like you have to lean on someone else's support, or even lean on like a father figure. So I want to say dad. I keep getting like daddy, a feeling like that. So I don't know if these programmings are currently coming up for you, or if this is something that she almost wants to break now before they come up. I do get a feeling that you have experienced some of this. But if we let it continue down the road, it can increase and you could end up experiencing a big financial block. Or almost career-wise, some women experience this, where almost career-wise, it's like you can't get ahead, and it's actually because you have these things. So she doesn't want these things to manifest for you when you're older. So she's bringing up both. She's bringing up the present, and that there's a mindset that feels like it can lean on someone else, or almost feels a little bit like let someone else take care of me. There's some of that there. But she's saying that this is just something that you've been kind of programmed to have. And I feel this coming from the father. This feels like a fatherly energy. Now, on the other hand, I feel like you're actually um, independent. I definitely feel like you have that streak, and especially with this fairy energy coming in, that's definitely a bit of a mischievous kind of almost fire that the fairy energy has. So the that the fairy energy has. So the fairy energy can definitely support itself. It's feisty. So also this idea with the heights and depths that came through with the code names. Now, some of this has something to do with your understanding, and also the energies coming in. Okay, now I do feel star energy. Um, just looking at your picture, I feel star energy, but I feel fairy energy. I feel myrrh energy, and then you have the archangel stepping up. And I wasn't sure if that was in the energy. I was especially picking up on, I was feeling the star, and I was feeling the fairy and the myrrh energy, and then the code name coming in with the heights and depths. So this means a few different things to me. It has to do with places you've been before in other lives. Like the depths, this can mean myrrh. It can also mean fairy because it means grounded. Even an earth experience like you're having now is more like the depths, really. Now the heights, this is more this archangel coming in, and even stars that you've been to and had lives on. But she's saying that this programming really needs to be clear to get a proper grounding here. And she's saying, especially since you have a really creative side, this can kind of make you a little bit dreamlike anyway. Like just people in general, this can kind of be like an energy that can make a person more dreamlike. And so it can make you more dependent just because it can make you more emotional and more in the mental than in the physical, which can pull you away from groundedness. Okay, so they want to clear that. I'm going to keep this here. Okay, but I gotta drink some more water. I have a million little bottles here now. Gosh. Okay. I had that big glass one, and then I don't know what happened to my filter, but till it is operating correctly, I can't use the glass one. So I have all these little water bottles everywhere in the room. So, but that's good because I have to drink a lot of water during my readings. Okay, so where am I supposed to put this? Okay, so okay, so I'm just going to see the energy from this crystal going into your forehead. And I don't know what kind of crystal this is because I always forget what kind of crystals I buy, sadly. But if I remember what this is, I'm going to tell you. I'll just tell you when I email you or something if I can find out what it is again or remember it. Okay, so this is a mental thing too, because when I'm sending the energy into your mind, I'm still kind of knocking into these programmings with the father, especially. It feels like a fatherly energy. I almost feel like maybe he's paying for a lot of things, or there's someone in your life who's paying for a lot of things, kind of paving the way for you in some ways, is what it feels like. And that's not really a bad thing when you're young. I mean, that's kind of a common thing when you're young. It's just the energy of it. So that can be a bad thing if it's done out of the wrong energy. If it's done out of like you can't support yourself, like you can't do this for yourself, so I'm going to help you with it because I don't feel that you can do it, or I don't feel that you should do it because I've been programmed to feel like you shouldn't do it. But she's just saying that you're a strong person, that you can support yourself, that you have your own understanding and your own insight and your own groundedness in who you are. You don't need someone else to take that away from you by almost not giving you your shot at doing it yourself just because you are young, just because of an age difference. And even with some older people, I almost get a feeling of people who are like teaching you, almost as if there are some older people who are almost looking down on you a little bit. They might not really come across that way, though, also, is what I'm getting, because this might almost seem normal to you. That people who are older just look at people who are younger in this way, where they're not as good, or they don't really know as much. But you've been around for a long time. And she's saying that you've got the myrrh behind you. Um, but yeah, myrrh people experience the depths of things. And this is wisdom and it's emotion. This is knowing. Your wisdom and your emotion are linked. They go hand in hand. So what you're feeling about and what you're thinking on and dwelling on. She's saying that these are your depths. You feel deeply. And she's saying that you analyze things, you process things thoroughly. So you want to figure things out. You want to understand things, but also she says that you naturally do. This is just a knowingness that you just exude out of yourself. You just know things because you know them. You just know them offhand. So she's saying that you know a lot and you know how to take care of yourself. And she's saying that you know the world. You have an understanding of things and how they work and of people. So she's saying that you're not naive and you can handle yourself. She's saying if you go for it, you're going to find that you can do it and you're going to find that things succeed for you in life. And she's saying, and rather quickly, So she's saying that you have these blocks of mentality or how you feel about things. So you perceive things in a little bit of an off way about who you are and what you're capable of just by energies coming towards you at times. But she's saying to let go of that because that isn't who you are. And that has nothing to do with your placement in the world and who you need to be or who you're going to be, because she's saying that you are a leader. And she's saying that you're an artist. Okay, so there's obviously more clearing happening. Now I'm feeling this in my left shoulder a lot, and now my whole left leg. This is really the side that's, and my left foot almost feels kind of tight. And this is the female side. So she's saying that it's these female programmings that she wants you to get rid of. But she's saying that this is just generic. Like everybody has this. Like every woman has this when they come to Earth. She's saying that there's nothing that you can really do about it. Before you come here, you're going to have it. You're going to have things similar to this. Just because of how this society works and the programmings that we have instilled in us and just incorporated into almost like our energy backpack. She's showing me a backpack. It's just like the things that you carry around. She's saying almost like the things that are like essential. So she's saying that your DNA says that this is essential. People's DNA tells them that this is essential for a woman to be like this and a man to be like that. So she's saying that this is normal. And she's saying that it's not really that deep with you yet. It's not like some big, huge, overwhelming problem or programming at this point. So you can be free of it. So she's saying, so just look around, observe who is helping me, why are they helping me, can I help myself? Is there a way around their help? Can I do this without them? Can I do it without leaning on them? Because that will help me grow. That'll help me step into my rightful place. And she says that it will help you release fears that people are accustomed to having here, to the point where they feel like they're natural. So they almost don't even really feel like overwhelming fears or like major fears, because everybody has them. Everybody operates in this way, or everybody seems to. Even people that don't still wouldn't really see someone who does operate in that way as bad or as something abnormal, because it isn't really abnormal here. In fact, they would probably be more abnormal, although it is becoming more the norm to step out of these programmings and these conditionings, which is obviously a very good thing. I keep feeling the mother too during the reading, but I'm not really getting an exact feeling on that. So I'm almost going to leave that with you to just think about in what ways is she causing this, or what, not really causing it because it was passed down to her as well, but almost in what ways did she embody this, and is this coming to you from her as well? Now, another thing that she is pointing out quickly is diet. And she's saying that you're actually pretty clear with that you have almost like your diet got better. So she says that you're doing pretty well with that. But, and to just continue that, almost like honing that, she's saying. Because she says that that's just something that you have to have practice at, where you almost don't let anything distract you, any kind of more negative vibrational foods. So that's just something that you that you learn to hold just by being steady with it and by discovering other options that you have. But she's pointing that out as a good thing, that you are getting better with that, or that you have gotten better with that. Okay, so now we have a few more minutes, and she wants me to just visualize this clearing a bit on your back. And still coming in with the mirror lifetime. There's something really significant about that. But I know I don't really have time to go into that. Okay. So we got a couple minutes left, and I want to make sure that I clear this. And this is at the back of the solar plexus. That's where it's the most intense. Okay, this is a cord to someone. Now, your archangel, just like you can do a cord cutting with Archangel Michael, this archangel of yours, you just need to call on him. Just say Archangel Guide. So until you get a name, just call him Archangel Guide. And have him point out who this is to you. So some of this is just with your thinking. You just need to kind of think about who this is coming from. But I definitely feel that this is a male. Now, like I said, I also feel somebody female as well. So this actually could be both parents, but I'm going to leave that to you. It could be other people as well. But for some reason, I feel the female energy less than the male energy. And it almost seems like you would feel the female energy more, that these programs would come more from that. But for some reason, I am feeling the masculine energy more dominantly, that it's coming from a male energy. So just call on your archangel, ask him to point out who this is, and then just see like a big pair of scissors and just cut at this thing. But she's also saying that there's more than one. Okay, I'm seeing some at the feet now too. Now I feel my left foot, and I see a cord at the left foot. Whoa. This feels like it's going to the mother energy. Okay. Or to a female energy. Okay. Okay. So this energy at the back, this like I said, this is just something that you're going to have to go into, just meditation, but also mostly just thinking about it. Just intuitively feeling out and thinking about, logically even in your life, who does this go to? And it's not a big programming yet, she's saying again. So this is almost to protect you later on, that she is bringing this up right now. Okay, so I know we didn't really get into the questions, and the reason for that is just because this is a block reading, and so it's specifically about blocks. So these questions are more like more for like an energy reading. So sometimes when we mix the readings like that, the answers don't always come through, or the guides just don't want to bring them through because they want to focus on whatever the reading is really about. But I know you're ordering another one anyway, so hopefully, we'll just bring these questions up during that reading if you want to, or whichever ones you want to bring up, and your guides can just answer them in a reading where it will be more more questions that are meant for that type of reading. Okay, so whew, I'm feeling that. So yeah, those are some things to meditate on and think about. And so thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading, and I really hope that it benefited you. I hope that it does help you in your path in some way. Thank you so much. Namaste.